Welcome back to the channel. I'm Josh, and today we're going to be trimming out a window. There's a few different ways you can do this. The way we're going to do it today is basically build the casing outside, or build the sill outside the window frame, and then shim it into place. You can also put each piece in individually and shim it all level. I've done that, but today I want to try to do just building the sill all in one big rectangle. So basically what you want to do is you want an even reveal on this the outside window frame. We're going to go with a 1/2 inch today. So basically I'm just going to measure the inside dimensions of this vinyl window frame, and I'll add an inch. I'll give us a 1/2 inch on each side. Also need to measure your width here, and it looks like 5 5/16 is going to work. And I've measured all the way around, it's very even. So that's great. So we'll rip that on the table saw and then start cutting our lengths. I always like to measure to the blade. I think it gives it a little more accurate dimension versus using the numbers on the fence here. Top and bottom, we're going to cap the sides basically, so we'll get those first, and so measuring the inside, 92 and call it 3/8. We're going to add an inch for our 1/2 inch on each side, and then we got to add the thickness of the board. And the boards we're using just primed MDF, so it's 5/8 thick. So an inch and an 1 1/4. That'll give us our 1/2 inch on each side and the 5/8. Now the sides, you only have to add an inch if you want the 1/2 inch reveal, because it's going in between the top and bottom boards. Alright, so now we're going to nail this together. Got my lovely assistant here. I'm going to use 1.5 inch nails for this, because if you use 2 inch, sometimes they'll blow out the corners and you don't want that. Alright, Ames, I need you to grab that board. It's going to set up like this on the other end, and then set this up on top of it. Set it on that bottom board. There you go. Just line all that up perfectly.
And what's this for?
For the window. Nice. Flip it over, so I'm going to put one hand here, one hand here, and we're going to put this end up. Okay. Set it on the floor. Here you go. And then this. Okay.
This is not even.
We just kind of pull it out a little bit. When you're nailing this, make sure that you don't have your finger right on the edge, because if that nail like blows out, it'll go right into your thumb, and that doesn't feel good. Booyah, okay. Can you go higher? Nice job. Okay, you can grab those nails out of there. It's right underneath the board here. Sweet deal.
You want to crack right here, Dad?
Huh?
There's a hole.
Yeah, there will be trim that covers it there.
Oh.
Under there. This one this way, on top of it. Now basically what I'm going to do, now I got it kind of tacked in a few spots, is just shim all around the edge with cedar shims to get that perfect 1/2 inch reveal on our window frame. Alright, got it looking pretty good. 1/2 inch all the way around. So now we just got to zip these off with the multi-tool and we can put the casing on. Alright, all the shims are off. So now we'll start our casing. And just like we did on the rest of this, we'll do 1/4 inch reveal. So I'll measure inside to inside and add a 1/2 inch. That'll give us 1/4 on each side. Alright, so I cut this leg a little bit long so I could test fit. And it's pretty good up there, but you can see how it kind of opened up in the front. That's because this trim's kind of rocking back like this. So what I'm going to do is set the saw at a little bit of a back bevel so I can cut the back side of that joint out just a little bit. So I'll do that and then I'll mark the end here. So right there I just set the saw like 1 degree bevel. All right, let's see how we did. One thing, you always want to set that saw back to 0 when you're done. Because inevitably you'll forget, and then on your next cut, it'll be off. I like it. I like it a lot. Should you glue it?
Super duper glue. Why do you still have a sticker on? Time to swing now.
All right, this joint here ended up having to cut 45.5 degree angle on this one. And you can get away with that when you are doing paint grade trim. If you're doing something with a profile and like wood finish, you pretty much have to have both cuts be exactly the same degrees. So you'd want to try to measure that beforehand. Got a little boo-boo here, but these girls will fix that up with the pink stuff.
I will.
No, not right now. I have to pull the nail. So now on this last piece here, I just cut it a touch big. That way I can check the angles.
There we go. Wait. Is this fine? Are we doing good?
45 looks real good right there.
Is this one good?
Just gotta cut like half the blade off. All right, so that is kind of the basics on trimming out a window. Now, just gonna be spackling all the nail holes, caulking everything. That's what makes it really clean up. So you caulk along this edge, caulk here. I like to caulk it to the wall as well. Yeah, we'll fix up this little boo-boo. Anyway, yeah, if you're doing paint grade, you can get away with a little bit more. If you're doing stain grade, everything's got to be a lot tighter. But it's just a matter of playing with the angles, kind of maybe having a couple test pieces to make sure that all your angles are nice and tight. But anyway, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you're wanting to get into the trades, I got a free 3-step guide down in the description. Go ahead and download that, and you can learn how to get your first construction job and start doing this for money. All right, thanks for watching. See you next time.